Ladies and gentlemen, the U.S. Supreme Court will overturn the absurd, completely irrational, and blatantly partisan decision of Colorado's Supreme Court regarding Trump being disqualified for the primary in that state and possibly being disqualified during the 2024 contest in November. This is completely absurd. He's not even being charged for the crime of rebellion or overthrowing the government. He's not even being indicted or charged in D.C. or anywhere else for trying to foment a rebellion. Or I should say for organizing any attempt at overthrowing the government. Okay? What they said in D.C. is that his words compelled people to commit crimes. Well, if that's the case, then the words of Democrats get in people's faces is one phrase, literally telling people to get in the faces of Trump voters. A whole bunch of statements regarding the Dobbs decision, a whole bunch of statements regarding any ruling that Democrats don't like, that fateful summer in 2020 before January of 2021, where there was $1 to $2 billion in property damage, and Democrats, through their words, possibly compelled or gave people incentive to commit crimes. You could, if you want to make the case that Trump did that, you can easily make the case that Democrats did that. But again, the Democratic Party and wonderful, morally superior liberals live in this bubble, this echo chamber, this cult-like, pristine world where their vitriol and venom and words and calls to action should never be taken as chaos or mayhem or inciting criminal activity. That should never be seen as that. When a Democrat says something, for example, one Democrat said that he wanted to eliminate, or that he called for the elimination of the former president, Trump, and that Democrat, of course, apologized. All they have to do is literally apologize after they use the word eliminate, which is an overtly egregious call to, God forbid, if you were completely nuts, end someone's life. So Democrats use heated, hyperbolic rhetoric all the time. They're accusing Trump of being the leader of the 1930s and 1940s Germans. The problem, however, is that he moved the embassy to Jerusalem. He is a staunch and very strong supporter of the country that I had my bar mitzvah in, and he's loved by most people in that country and most people who care about, people of my faith or my background. Okay, so anyway, Democrats try to utilize the suffering and the pain of the history of many different peoples for their own shameless political gain, completely mangling and completely taking history and making it something it wasn't or it isn't. But hit subscribe to this channel right now, ladies and gentlemen. I had a great live stream last night. We had a wonderful live stream, like 400 plus people on the live stream. And everybody was so generous, and it was just so wonderful. And like I said, if you want to support this channel, please go to be on the live streams. Your super chat is greatly appreciated, but also the Patreon is below in the pinned comment. Super thanks is below. And I'll be doing more live streams. I'll probably do one Saturday night or Sunday night. And so be here. And if you want to read my writing on The Hill, The Huffington Post, Salon, The Jerusalem Post, The Federalist, other publications, go to hagoodman.com. But you look, this is just one article talking about how the Supreme Court's going to give yet another political defeat for Democrats and victory for Trump. Now, Trump will be convicted 3 different times, very likely, at least, in D.C., New York, and Atlanta. And the problem, however, is that just like this Supreme Court overturning a corruption conviction, Supreme Court overturns Bob McDonnell's corruption convictions in 2016, the Supreme Court will do the same thing with Trump. Okay? These are criminal convictions they overturned. So, number one, they're going to overturn the really stupid decision pertaining to banning or disqualifying Trump in Colorado. He did not try to overthrow the country in any way, shape, or form. He had every right to go through the courts. They say he tried to steal 2020. He didn't do anything of the sort. He didn't do anything of the sort. He went through the courts. Not for 1 second did Bill Maher or any other liberal fear that Trump could retake the Oval Office. Not for 1 second did any liberal drinking champagne in D.C. that day when they found out officially that Biden defeated Trump, or then they found out that Biden was on his way to defeating Trump. You saw people drinking champagne. It was CNN. Okay, these are the same people who called for a shutdown of all economic activity because they were afraid of you know what, and ruined people's lives in terms of the economy. Ruined the economy. We're going to see a devastating stock market crash because of those. Because they forced a shutdown of not only the U.S. global economy. We'll see all of that. And I've been talking about that for a long time. But anyway, a boundless definition of the kinds of acts that could lead politicians to face criminal charges. They make, in each indictment, the classified data indictment in Florida, which I think he won't even get convicted of. It's so absurd. He's a president with the power to declassify. And the precedent is that you can have a private server with top secret intel. By the way, I think that Hillary Clinton will somehow, some way face Trump in 2024. I just don't see anybody else but Hillary Clinton. She has the apparatus already. Hillary Clinton has the apparatus, and Democrats would gleefully vote for her if they were told to do so. If they voted for Fetterman, okay, and Biden, if both of those people, Fetterman and Biden, if they had if they were caught on a hot mic, you'd have a better chance deciphering whale sounds, okay? That's how difficult it is to find out what on earth they're saying. But anyway, if Democrats voted for Fetterman, if they voted for Biden, don't you think they'd vote for Hillary Clinton? Do you think maybe Hillary Clinton's probably like a better candidate, which is hilarious for me to say? And so, yeah, not a fan, but obviously I'm voting for Trump. I want record low poverty and record highs in household median income, and I want no endless military conflict. Okay, Trump, Vivek Ramaswamy, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr. all want the same things in terms of foreign policy, more or less. Trump is the best president of my lifetime for a number of reasons. First president to step foot in North Korea, plus the economy was amazing under Trump. He stood up to the largest economy in the world. We can go on forever, okay? Had we listened to Trump regarding the southern geographic region of our country, a whole bunch of things, we wouldn't be in the mess we're in today. But I do think Hillary Clinton, because she has the apparatus, it's not going to be all, her slogan could be, I told you so. That could just be, I told you so, for the Democrats, meaning their greatest nightmare in life was Trump. The amazing economy and great foreign policy was a complete nightmare to them. So she could just say, you know what, you had your chance, and you had 4 years of the Orange Menace, so now you can rectify your mistake. You will see the greenest or most orange hair-colored person vote. The socialists, the communists will all vote for Hillary Clinton. Okay, if the Democratic Socialists, all the progressives, all the people who want a Green New Deal, which Hillary would laugh at, they will vote. And if they don't vote, they'll lose their friends and they'll be shunned and they'll be disowned by friends and family. That's the way Democrats work. So that's just the way they work. It's like a gigantic cult. So they would more likely vote for Hillary Clinton than anyone else. Anyway, this is all going to be overturned, and it'll be a tremendous victory for Trump. Be here during the live streams when the Supreme Court does overturn all of this nonsense. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. They've already overturned convictions before. These indictments are even there's even less evidence than there was with other indictments that they've or convictions that they've overturned. Hit subscribe right now.